All right, everybody. This is a quick little video showing you how to set up the AIRO dashboard. Going to talk to you about how to utilize the settings so that you can customize your own dashboard. And then I will actually talk about some of the aspects of the dashboard so that you can truly understand, the power of how to utilize it and what it can do for you. All right, so I'm inside of my MT4. The first thing that I want to do is open up a chart. So I'm going to come up here to create new chart. I'm going to add a chart. All right, so we're just going to add any random chart, doesn't matter. Next, I'm going to go to templates right here. This icon, if you don't have this icon, make sure you come over here to view, toolbars, check mark all these toolbars, and then also check mark the two toolbars below toolbars. All right. Once you have the chart here, you want, like I said, you go to templates and you want to select blackout. All right, you want to select blackout. All right, you want to select blackout. So we got it blacked out. All right. Next, you want to come up here on the toolbar and you come underneath charts to the gold folder and gold star icon. That is going to be your navigator. You want to click that to open up your navigator. All right. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to Expert Advisors. And you want to double click AIRO Dashboard. All right, you got it on there. It's going to start here. You want to come to Common immediately. Select Allow Live Trading, Enable Alerts, Allow DLL Imports, and then Allow Import of External Experts. All right, so you got all that turned on. All that turned on. All right. Next, you want to come down here. You want to come to Inputs. And here's where the magic happens. All right. So first you have pairs trading. If you double click that, you have a drop down icon here. You can select your own pair list. So you can literally customize this to have only the pairs you wanted to watch. The core 7, so those are going to be the 7 core Forex pairs. All right. Or the core 14. All right. Or all 28. So the core 7 are going to be your 7 most popular traded, most heavily traded. 14 next most heavily. It's going to add 7 more of the most heavily traded pairs, and then of course all 28 pairs. And this is just the regular Forex pairs, not to include exotics, things of that nature. Next, you have your AD, AUD, CAD, EUR, GBP, JPY, and NZD pairs. If you just want to watch those only. All right. Most people are probably going to probably do their own pair list because you can customize it to be able to look at crypto and indices and precious metals and oils and all that. All right. So for me, I'm going to select own pair list. I'll show you how to set that up. Next is time frames to use. It has every time frame up here. You can let it watch every time frame you want, or you can double click on it and you can take some of these out. Now, I only watch the M5, the M15, the H1, and the H4. So I'm going to delete the rest. The trick, guys, with this is you want to ensure that you have no spaces and you have the comma. So there's no spaces, M5, comma, M15, comma. Let me get rid of that M right there and that extra comma. So M15, comma, H1, comma, H4. All right, and there's no space after the H4. You cannot have spaces on the time frames and also on the own pairs when I show you how that works. You cannot have spaces. All right. Next is the own pair. So again, my chart's going to be customized to only see the M5, the M15, the H1, and the H4. And I'm going to do a custom own pair list. So now I come down here to own pairs. I double click this here, and I'm going to go ahead and let me double click this here. All right, got them all highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and delete everything. Now, you guys know that I recommend 10 pairs. So here's the trick. You need to input in your own pairs based off of what your broker calls them. If you do not, they will not show up. All right? They will not show up. I'll show you an example. So if I type in GBP, JPY, All right. And then let's say I type in gold, XAUUSD. And then let's say I type in Bitcoin, BTC USD. And then S&P 500. Now here's one that has a different name on different brokers. So for my broker, S&P 500 is SPX 500. But on some other brokers, they call it US 500. So I'm going to type in US 500. I'm going to show you how it doesn't work. All right. So once you've got that done, you got your list there. Again, all capital, comma, no spaces. You have to type it in exactly the way your broker lists it. All right. Next, you can come down here. You want to make sure that your allow alerts is true because you want to receive alerts from the dashboard. All right. Don't worry about alert messages. Don't worry about alert sound. Don't worry about alerts email. Keep those false. And then alerts notify, make that true. All right. Next, and this is highly important, guys, right here. All right. Template for new chart. Template for new chart. You want to double click on the default and you want to type in AIRO. It needs to be all capital because underneath templates, the AIRO template is saved as AIRO. And the template that's saved is the version 4.1. All right. Down here, you can also change the number of days you want your ADR to be set for. All right. I always have mine set at 10. All right. In the future, I'm going to go ahead and take this, and probably make a default. All right. Don't worry about the settings for the text. That's standard. Leave all that alone. You can change your number of days for ADR. Go ahead and change that to what you would like to see. I like to select 10, and that's what I recommend. It's 10 days. That's 2 trading weeks. All right. The market is constantly fluctuating, so you don't want to put it too close, or 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and you don't want to put it too far out. All right. So I've got everything set here. I want to select OK. All right. And there it is. My 4 pairs I put up there. All right. Again, the market is closed, so it's not going to show too much here, guys. Usually when you set it up, it takes a couple minutes to upgrade. First thing you want to do once you've done this is check the right-hand corner. All right. You see the EA has been properly applied to the chart because it says AIRO dashboard and it has a sad face. If the sad face is sad, that means auto trading is not turned on. So you want to come up here, select auto trading. Now that's green. Come back over here, you see what? The smiley face. All right, no more sad face, you see a smiley face. When you do that and the market's open, you'll start to see stuff populate here. Today is Saturday, so the market's closed. But you'll have what? SPR, which is the spread. So it's going to tell you the spread of each pair. If you guys remember, the spread is the difference between the bid line and the ask line. All right, that's the difference between the bid and ask of the price. Next, DLY open right here in the middle. That's going to tell you from when the beginning of the day opened, how many pips price has moved up or down. If it's green, price has moved above where it opened at for the beginning of the day. And if it's orange, price has moved down from where it's open for the day. Same thing for WLY open. That's weekly open. So Sunday when the market opens, if it's green, that means the market has risen from where it opened up on Sunday. And then vice versa. If it's orange, it's moved down from where it opened. ADR, you see I've got 10 here. So I've got my ADR set to 10. All right, so we're good to go there. And great, guess what? It's going to give me my ADR. So GBP, JPY may say 51/200. Well, the 200 number at the end, that number is the number that, the average number of pips prices moved for this particular symbol for the last 10 days. So if it says 200 on the end, that means GBP JPY is averaging 200 pips a day every day for the last 10 days. And the number in the front, 51, that number is how many pips have actually moved. All right. Next, you have the M5 in these boxes, M15, these boxes, H1, these boxes, H4, these boxes. So cool thing about these are whenever you get a notification, all right, whenever you get a notification of an AIRO, you'll get, of course, the notification sent to your phone. You also get the pop-up on here, on your pop-up screen, but then these will light up. So if this box right here lights up green, that means on the H1 chart, GBP JPY has an up arrow pointing up. All right. And then on the, if this box right here points, is red, that means on the M5 chart, US 500 or SPX 500 has a down arrow. All you have to do is click on the box. All right. Click on the box. All you have to do is click on the box. See, it didn't work. All right. If I come up here to BTC USD and I click on the box, it works. Remember what I told you guys. You have to put it in exactly the way it's set up. When I click on the box, it does what? It's going to bring up a whole other tab down here in the bottom. All right, bring up a whole other tab. BTC USD M5. You go back to GBP USD H1. This is where I have my dashboard. All right. US 500 is not what my broker utilizes. So guess what? If you want to go to View and Symbols, you can come in here. Let's go to Indexes. You can come in here and see exactly what it is your broker names each symbol. For the S&P 500, it's SPX 500. All right. So now I know if I want to change anything, I just do what? I go back up here. I want to click on the smiley face. The smiley face brings up your settings back up. So now I want to come back in here, double click, and I want to go in here and change this. Take out the US SPX. Select OK. All right. Refreshed everything there. Now M5 SPX 500. I select that. Auto trading's on. There it is. There we go. Takes a second to upload. And that's it. That's how it works, guys. This is the AIRO dashboard. Again, you only need to have one chart open with the dashboard on. You can have all the other charts closed. It'll monitor all the pairs on all the time frames you wanted to. You really enjoy this because, again, it also helps to speed up the VPS because you're going to have one chart open and not 50 charts. And then whenever you want to open up one chart or two, you can have a couple open. If you don't need the others, close them because the dashboard is monitoring them no matter what. Therefore, you can open up only the charts you need. All right. Please do not have the dashboard and still have 50 charts open. You're defeating the purpose of the dashboard. All right. Hope you guys enjoy. Look forward to seeing you guys' results. Thanks.